Salutationes, this is Amelia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Mega Man X. In the last episode, we defeated Flame Mammoth, got the Fire Wave, and for being so big, he was kind of a pushover. Now, I've done my three favorite stages to do, first, second, and third, but fourth and onward, I don't have as much of a pattern for them. Let's do Armored Armadillo fourth. He's as good a choice as any, I suppose. Armored Armadillo. Honestly, not a very creative name. He does have some pretty good stage music, though. His stage is basically a mine, and where there are mines in video games, of course, there are mine carts. And bats. Just be careful to jump off the cart before it sends you into oblivion. And we're going to backtrack a bit because you might have noticed that one of the bats here looked a little bit different. This one. Oh. This one is supposed to be a reference to the bats from the classic series. And it's also supposed to drop a 1-up when you kill it a lot of the time. There we go, there's a 1-up. So if you need to farm extra lives, this is a good stage for it. One of the few places where you actually can farm extra lives in this series. Though I haven't honestly had very good luck with getting the bat to actually spawn the 1-ups lately, it seems like. No, there's 2, and that brings us up to 9 lives, so we'll just leave it off at that. What kind of game only has a single-digit number for their lives? Come on, life count. Well, at least it's actually only a single digit, as opposed to the classic series where they inexplicably add a 0 in front of it, despite the fact that it'll never be anything but a 0. That's not how how decimal numerals work. Getting some sub-tank energy here, though. How are we doing on that? Got one almost full. Personally, I don't plan to use the sub-tanks until the fortress, and there we go, all full. Now for this part, there are a couple of ways to go about it. You see that thing down there? Once we get down there, it'll start basically crushing everything in its path. You can either try to outrun it, or you can try to get behind it and then destroy it. Okay, there's one thing that the helmet parts can actually do. Whoop. I forgot. Okay, let's not try to get those health pickups this time. That was a bad idea. Oh well, we can get more 1-ups. Especially given where the stage left us off. Oh yeah, and as you saw, being on the minecart doesn't necessarily make you immune to damage or anything like that. Come on, drop a 1-up. I don't know if the shot type you destroy it with actually makes a difference. But there we go, in any case. One feature I didn't mention is you don't actually have to press the A button to dash, or whatever you set the dash button to. You can actually double tap the direction you want. Why you'd want to do that, I have no idea when there's a perfectly good button on the Super Nintendo controller for it, but it's there if you need it. The only thing I want is an option to turn it off, because I've never really done it intentionally, and both in this game and others have occasionally done it accidentally and suffered for it. So let's skip the health this time, since it's kinda awkward to get to. If I remember correctly, kind of just keep going. That spike, once we're beyond that spike pit, we'll be safe, because actually, in fact, maybe even sooner than that. The bulldozer thing crashes when it gets to a spike pit. And we have more Mets. And we have more failed dodging. So many bats. Where's the jewel satellite when you need it? Or something. More minecarts! Everybody loves minecarts, or at least they did until Donkey Kong Country Returns used way too many of them. Once again, if you don't jump off at the end, you're gonna die. bat swarm, seriously. Okay, if I remember correctly... no, I was thinking there was a sub-tank back. Actually, come to think of it... Yeah, I'm gonna go behind this one this time. Basically just button mash. Just in time. We need it to not destroy that ledge because we need to get up there for the heart tank. And not press the wrong button and switch our weapons. There we go. And come to think of it, I think I just realized something I missed. Remembered. Can I actually backtrack? Nope. I'm an idiot. There's a sub-tank in this stage and I'm pretty sure it was actually behind the first bulldozer and I completely forgot about it. So really, those should have been the other way around. Get behind the first one, outrun the second one. Also, suddenly birds. And of course, more minecarts. Thanks for dropping some sub-tank energy for me. I'm not sure if the birds actually hurt you. So, boss door, and I would say that's a nice background, but more like it's a nice 6 rows of background or so. The sky is pretty empty. Trying to get up here. Forget it. Well, let's just say that that ledge up there's a ledge up there that'll be important later, but we'll worry about that when the time comes. For now, it's time to fight Armored Armadillo. So this guy is pretty much a defense-based boss. His signature move is this. And it's actually a lot easier to dodge than it looks by standing in the corner. He will always alternate corners, top and bottom. So whichever one he hits, go down there and then just do the same, alternate corners. And you'll pretty much be out of trouble. No, actually hitting him... Well, he tends to block most of his attacks with his armor, so this fight might take a while. And I totally forgot to actually move there. Go me. Okay, bottom, top, bottom, top. I think it was my brother who actually discovered that pattern. He actually seems to be surprisingly good at figuring out the patterns of Mega Man bosses. How have we only done like 7 damage to him? I told you this boss was time-consuming. He can actually absorb your shots like that, though. But you can take advantage of that if you have enough distance on him, because after he absorbs him and shoots out that spread shot, he will then drop his armor for a while, and you can get some damage in on him. And if you can get him to keep doing that, he won't do his rolling move. I know his rolling move is easy to dodge, but you can't hit him during it. Unless you have his weakness. He is actually weak. Well, I don't have his weakness right now. If I did, I could shock his armor off him. And that was a bad time to get in there. Probably best to knock him all the way back before you do the... take advantage of his absorption thing. I don't think you can get a fully charged shot on him like that one. There isn't a quick charge anything in here. Okay, couldn't get to the corner fast enough, so... Note to self, even when luring him, don't step away from the corner. Whoa! Mostly this boss's greatest weapon is testing your patience. Okay, 1 hit left. Bye-bye, Armored Armadillo. Yeah, some people find him hard, but honestly, he's a pretty easy boss. He's just time-consuming. Pretty pattern-based, he doesn't have that many attacks. But he is down. And yes, I realize I forgot to show off the fire wave, but we will actually get to that in a bit. Because there's something I probably should have done before coming here, actually. We get Rolling Shield. 6556-7386-7124. Now, I missed his sub-tank, so we're going to have to go back to get that. And now that we have Flame Mammoth's weapon, there's actually an item in Chill Penguin stage that we can go get. So, I'll just start from the beginning on Armored Armadillos. Chill Penguin's item is actually fairly far in, so I'll probably cut that one. Just try to get through here as fast as we can, not stopping for anything aside from, well, ramming face first into enemies. You won't stop for anything? I will make you stop. I hope you didn't like your face the shape it was. Okay, get up here. Get hit, so what? Might as well destroy this thing while we at it. Oh! I will say, yep, sure enough, there's the sub-tank. I can't remember if we can... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and escape, just in case that actually does work. I don't remember if you keep items when you exit a stage. But, there you have it. So now for Chill Penguin's item. And I will see you guys in a bit, when we're at the relevant part of the stage. You know what? Come to think of it, no. Let's actually show off what Armored Armadillo's weapon does. Uncharge, it kind of just gives you a rolling ball type thing, hence rolling shield. Charge it up, and you get this little shield bubble kind of thing. Any enemy that it can instantly destroy, it will, and you still get to keep the shield. Would have been better to show it off earlier in the stage, because these bird enemies get rid of the shield, and... Well, anyway, I guess I should have showed it off earlier in the stage, but it can be pretty useful if you use it against the right enemies, for sure. Point is, right arm. You know what? Actually, come to think of it, because of that, let's go ahead and leave off right armor. Yeah, see? Still got the shield. Bye-bye. In fact, I actually used that to get through the stage quicker. And we can actually... that guy actually isn't in his right armor now, and we could have taken that if we wanted, but it would be pointless, because we can't use it anymore. Now, you'll remember this platform here. Well, you see that thing? You remember how those can be destroyed? Well, we need... If we don't have a... Since we don't have a right armor and can't get up here with one anyway, we need the fire wave to do it. And that one has a heart tank for us. Here's the fire wave. You hold it down, and it does that. Charge it up, and you get that. I feel like this is another case where having the charge version actually kind of hurts the weapon, and especially since it's one of those where you're supposed to hold down the button anyway. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, the fire wave is a pretty decent weapon, though. It's another of those great against anything with no invincibility frames weapons. And it absolutely shreds those bulldozer things in Armored Armadillo stage, so it has that going for it, for sure. But anyway, there's a new password. And we are doing pretty decently on the items. We don't have any more backtracking to do, at least. Got everything in our first 4 stages, so that's half the Mavericks done. And we'll start the second half next time. See you in the next episode.